standard at the end.
Now, Josh, hand you a memo. Josh, hand you a memo.
Mentally involved.
Okay. Michelle, tell me about phase one. Read that. Right at the top.
Okay. The prospect must acknowledge the problem and relevance. An example tie down would be, so this gap in your coverage is something you usually want fixed, correct? If there's
Okay,
no-
so if there's different phases with tie downs, so not just different types. If anybody actually read about tie downs, they would notice. So 4 phases. Josh, tell me the 4 bullet points as fast as you can. Read it.
Personalization, your family, your budget, your future, emotional ownership, and benefit tied directly to the prospect's life.
Nicole, what does it say?
Problem tie down, value tie down.
Thank you, Saba. Read it again. Saba.
Problem tie down, so this is something you want to change, correct? Value tie down.
So first you have to find the problem. Enroll, engage, or is it engage, enroll?
Engage, enroll.
Okay, so now we have to find a problem with somebody. So you need to tie them down to a problem. Because you can't engage somebody without finding a problem and making them commit to it. And that's one of the issues with salespeople. They never make people commit to the issue. So people feel the relevance to be able to go skip around with the thought process. Because if you have no reason to pitch somebody, why do they need to listen? Why do they need to buy? So with that problem, Sava, can you read me the example?
Yeah, so this is something you want to change, correct?
How easy is that? How easy is that? I don't like my plan. Problem 1. Great. Tell me why. They tell you why. Because my doctor's not on it and they lied to me. Beautiful. What do you say to tie him down?
So your doctor's gonna take your plan, am I right?
Okay, I'll take that, but
But assuming you're looking for a plan that your doctor takes, am I correct in saying
yeah,
that?
if I found you a plan that your doctor participates in, that's something you would want to switch to. Am I right in saying that? Yes. Beautiful. That's called a commitment what? Tie down. Now you'll have to go to phase 2. Phase 2 is what? It's on the sheet. I handed out to some of you.
Value tie
Say it,
down.
Nicole.
Value tie down.
Read it as loud as you can.
If this fixes that issue, that's important to you, right?
Beautiful. How easy is that? So now I have to find the problem and create value from it. That solves that, doesn't it? Right? If I found you a plan that your doctor was on, that would solve your issue. Am I right in saying that? Are there any other issues that may come up? Maybe any other concerns that you have had? Something else you may have want changed or foresee a change in? Well, okay, that makes sense, doesn't it? How easy is that? So the second one was what, Makayu? Come on, Monty, what was it? She just said it. What was it?
Value tie down.
Jesus Christ. First one is what?
Problem.
Find a problem, tie it down to it. Second one?
Commitment.
Create the value from it. Beautiful. What do you think the third one is? Ownership? What does that mean? Josh, explain it to me.
Well, it says here you feel better knowing that was handled correct, but you're basically just putting them and picturing it already being solved.
You're reiterating to them, if you find a problem, then obviously that would work for you,
It's
right?
like a future case and a tie down combined.
Good.
You're putting them in the product, basically making them picture that they're already having it while tying them down.
You're getting them to agree that it's taken care of, that you handled it.
Okay, Nicole, give me the example. Using a doctor that we keep going off of.
So when you go to your doctor, knowing that I find the right plan that suits your needs and your doctor takes moving forward, you'd be willing to go ahead and go with this plan, am I right in saying that?
I'll take it. Give me another example. Same doctor.
If your doctor accepted the plan we provided you, that would work for you, correct?
Okay? Give me the same one.
Like,
Doctor.
you walk into the doctor's office, you walk up to the desk, you show them your card, and everything's covered. That makes you feel a lot better, right?
Okay. Read me the next one. What's the next one?
Decision tie down.
What does that mean? Anyone know?
Test close?
Huh?
It's like a Y common ed. If this works for you, then obviously this would work for you, but with a tie down. So if I'm able to find you a plan that your doctors accept that has a lower out-of-pocket expenses and higher dental.
Okay, great. Logan, read it to me. Quick.
Miss any of these and the close becomes uncertain.
Ah, okay. So if we miss any of these, this whole pitch sucks. So we have to engage somebody, we have to enroll them, then we have to compel them. So let's go look at this. Most people lose sales not because of price competition and or timing. They lose it why? It says it right there. They lose it why? Because they never secured commitment along the way. How do you get commitment? Well, number one, it's gonna be tie downs, but number two, it's gonna be the way that you use tie downs. A lot of you go, well, there's standard, there's inverted, there's internal, then there's tag-ons. And you guys don't even know them, because you don't even use them. Why do salespeople fail to know sales language? Quick, especially something as easy. Don't want to sound like a
They think
salesperson.
they're already good. And
Think they're already good. All this bullshit you guys are gonna tell me. But yet, 2 days ago, I give a meeting and people start using just one little tidbit from the meeting, like, wow, this shit's working. I just closed, I just used what you said. And I'm sitting there going, what, you spoke? You spoke? You said something, you mean? Instead of sitting there and just going social? It's because you tried to do something. Why do salespeople lose sales? Because they failed to speak like a salesperson. All of you in here failed to use tie downs in the correct way and a useful way. How are you using them? I'm sorry?
Just say you're talking at them.
What? Casey, mute your thing.
You're just
Huh?
talking, you're just talking at the person, so you're
You're
not
just
really
saying the same.
saying anything.
What?
You're just saying
You're just saying it, just say it. Like,
You're saying it to thank you. Finally, somebody said it. You're saying it to say them. Okay, I'll take that. Why else?
A lot of people
You're not
using it,
inputting
probably
them
just
and then
using
writing
tag-ons and
order.
using like 5 of them in a row, so it's not effective and it loses all of its effectiveness.
Give me a tie down that you use inside of your pitch. Quick. 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 If you don't know, that ain't good. Give me a tie down you use inside of your pitch. Give me a tie down you use inside of your pitch.
Obviously, when you go to the doctor, you have a $0 copay, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
Okay, I'll take it. Give me another one that you use inside of your pitch. Do you know? Give me tie downs, quick, now.
Well, when you see Dr. Jones.
Now, you're giving me a sentence. Give me a tie down, quick.
Wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it? Thank you.
Wouldn't it, wouldn't it?
Shouldn't it?
Huh?
Shouldn't it?
No, what?
Shouldn't it?
Am I right? Huh?
Shouldn't it?
Yeah, shouldn't it? Haven't you, haven't they, right? Hasn't she? All these little pronouns that people like to use, right? You go into them, but I'm confused. If you know a little bit of them right now, how come you guys don't do it at the end of every single sentence that you say inside of a pitch? Why are people scared? And that's what this meeting is about. Why are you scared to go get commitment? And they're called micro commitments from a consumer. So write down tie downs are micro commitments. You can't engage somebody, you can't compel, you can't do anything with somebody unless you get a micro commitment. Am I right? Micro commitments are what? They're simple questions.
Little yeses.
They're questions without a sentence. That's all they are. Does that make sense to you guys? If you don't use them throughout your pitch, what are people doing? They're veering off, aren't they? They're going in Wonderland.
Disengage.
They're thinking about everything else, am I right? Now, at the end of almost every single sentence you say, you should always have a tie down. And there's reasons for that, right? Why is there a reason? Because you need to get people to go commit to your thought process. Sales is called the transference of emotion. Transference of emotion. I can't transfer my emotion if I don't get somebody to go commit to it. If you watch a great football coach, they don't just go bark orders at the team. They get them to go commit to what? The play, the way that they feel, except for the Miami Dolphins, right? You need a great coach to go, guys, we're gonna kick ass today, right? You guys with me? Yes? Say yes! That's your consumer though. You need to sell them in the same way that you're trying to influence a friend, that you're trying to influence somebody not to drink and drive. You need to have that. That's called what phase? It's called what phase? Did everyone forget the fucking memo in front of you? What?
Compelling that.
Okay. Sava, what's phase 1 of tie downs?
Engage.
Problem tie down.
Problem, engaging. Again, here, salespeople, you all fail to get sales and upsells and make a lot of money because you fail to get commitments because you don't understand the process of selling. Now, thought process. If your friend's gonna drink and drive, what do you first say to the person? Don't do that. What do you guys first say to a friend? What do you call them?
Idiot.
An idiot. You're a fucking idiot. Don't do that. Give me your keys. That's the way you start off a conversation usually. What's the right way to approach this?
Think about the consequences.
Okay? You can have that. So there's different types of sales tactics. You have people that will reference towards or away type people, right? You can give people predicaments, right, and tell them what could happen or what could happen to others, okay, great, yeah. But how do you speak to a friend? I'm asking you a simple question.
Directly.
Huh?
Directly.
Thank you very much. Can you give me an example?
Like, you're not driving, you're drunk as fuck right now.
Say it again.
You're not driving, you're drunk as fuck right now.
Okay. He just said talk to him directly. It's the first intelligent thing I've heard out of anybody here. Talk to somebody directly. Why do you need to do that?
Because you can't put a repeater on the bush.
What is that called for him?
There's no bullshit.
For him, what is that called? No bullshit.
Being real.
I'll rename what Shannon said into, write this down, levels of conviction. If you yourself don't have levels of conviction, you can't use the process of selling. You can't transfer your emotion. That football coach can't go elevate their team. You're not going to stop your friend from driving unless you have emotion and levels of conviction towards it. Now, 99% of salespeople, you when you first started, mostly everybody, Brett, when they first start, you guys have no clue what you're doing, so what kind of conviction do you have when you say things?
Very little.
So when I first hear you guys, when you start, I hear this babbling idiot over the phone, and I'm like, wow, this is going to cost me tens of thousands of dollars until they get their tires to go catch on the road. And I hope in interviews when I listen to you that I'm like, okay, I can develop this person quicker than all the other ones. But the problem is people don't have the levels of conviction and or units of conviction for who? Themselves. Because if you don't believe what you're selling out of yourself, you don't believe what you're saying and how you're saying it, what's going to happen?
The consumer's not gonna believe it.
How's it gonna convince anybody?
Anthony Robbins, when he first went to go work for Jim Rohn, right, one of the best motivational and sales trainers out there of all time, that's where he learned most of his shit, he drove this beat-up car and worked with all these people and was one of the worst ones when he first started and became the best. And no one can outsell him. And he used to take everybody else's leads to go close it for them. He was just so excited to do it. How did he do it? On his drive to work every single day, it took him about a half hour to get to work, he would convince himself that nobody can say no to him. And he would do it for the whole half hour till he walked through the door, and he believed there's no one that can tell me no because I have an answer for everything, and I'm so passionate about this, because he truly believed the program would help them. You couldn't get away. So Tony developed the unit of conviction. And with that became the process of first you have to engage somebody, and then you have to, and then, okay. So when you enroll somebody, what is the definition of that on the sheet? Logan?
On Enroll is get them to own the solution. This is where the.
Say it louder.
Get them to own the solution.
Own a solution. So when I say you have to develop that level of conviction, if you don't own the solution yourself, and if you aren't passionate about it, how will they believe it?
Well,
Okay, so great. Now when you have a tie down and you're trying to get these micro yeses, the micro commitments, if you don't believe in what you're saying to go tie them down, are they gonna give you a true micro commitment? No. People always say, well, if you get a lot of yeses, then you're getting them to the yes mode. That's untrue. It's false, and it's a bullshit narrative put out by shitty sales trainers that thought it sounded good when they fucking wrote it. I'm sorry. I'll agree with you all the way to the end till you give me a gun and tell me to shoot my friend. It's not gonna sound good. The sale has to sound good, but what ultimately has to be good?
The person selling it,
Huh?
the person
how
sells
the
it.
person feels about it.
Say it.
The commitment.
The commitment, very good, Nicole. Because I'll go, yeah, because you always have that drunk friend, Billy, that, you go out with and he just talks all this shit, Billy, and he's there fucking flicking people and pinching them and you're like, oh, it's not gonna fucking end well. And then all of a sudden he just starts talking all this crazy shit about fucking right wing, this, that, and the other. You're like, yeah. And you usually agree with people because you're just like, yeah, man, yeah, because you don't want to deal with what? Don't want to deal with what? Say no, you don't want to deal with the argument. You want to deal with the argument. So that's what happens with a lot of your sales conversations. People will agree with you throughout the pitch and say it sounds good because they don't want to what? Delve into the argument, Brett. They don't want to delve in. You didn't say good morning. They don't want to delve into this bullshit. They just want to go, okay, just let me get the fuck out of here and ease this fucking confrontation down, right, and just back the fuck away. Is that good or bad? It could be bad, but it's usually good until the end. What Nicole just said is, but you have to have a real commitment. You have to have a real what? A real goal for the conversation, where at the end, and they go, well, you ready? No, I'm not fucking ready. It's fucking stupid. Get the fuck away from me. So if you're not getting a real yeses though, and how do you find a real yes, then the whole conversation's pointless. And it's my point, when you speak to a drunk person, you're just trying to do what? You're going, yeah. Just like your friend trying to drive drunk, and you're trying, oh, I can drive! And you're going, I know you can, but not now. Those are bullshit yeses, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, those aren't real fucking commitments. So how do you find out if your consumer's bullshitting you with the commitment?
Test closed.
They're all tests, but it's the right way to say tie down. So go to level 2 of the tie down. First you have to find the problem. Then you have to do what?
Value.
Huh?
Put value in it.
Huh?
Put value in it.
How? How do you really put a value inside of a tie down now?
Association with their feelings and emotions.
So let's go to our product. Let's go to what we spoke about the other day, doing a manager takeaway and everything else. You tied it down and you said, if I spoke to my manager, I was able to get you this. Would you want to take advantage of it today? Right? How do you create value in that?
You make them think it's their idea.
Exclusive.
Say again?
You make the client think it's their idea and not yours.
Okay, I like that. Do you know what he's talking about?
Yeah.
How? Now we see blank faces. I shouldn't see this.
Exclusivity in the
Huh?
product? Creating exclusivity in the product?
Ask him.
How do we do that, Zaba?
The way I do it is, obviously, Ms. Jones, you didn't have this problem before, so if I was able to solve it for you again, it would make sense to go ahead with this today, wouldn't it?
Okay. So when I go look at this sheet, we're in phase 2 of Enroll them. Right here it says, get them to own the solution. This is where the prospect begins to see the solution as their decision, not the pitch. So personalization, your family. So your friend, give me your keys. Your daughter would never want this. Your daughter needs you around. Give me your keys. Does that make sense to you? Personalization. Now all of a sudden you get the person to do what? Think that they're okay? No. What?
Questioning it.
Questioning it. So now you have to go get the consumer to go question what?
Their product, what they have.
Question everything.
What?
Their product, what they're using, why is it
You're
better?
question everything.
What they believe.
What they believe. Very good. So we have to get people to question what they believe is right, because you're trying to transfer your emotion over to them. So now we have a product, let's just call it Medicare. They have Humana right now, and their Humana's working fine. But you called them out of the fucking blue, and now they called back in, and now you're talking about United Healthcare. What are we doing here? Do you think they're confused? Fuck yeah, they're confused. But now you found an extra benefit for them. I don't know. What could that be? Michelle.
Transportation.
Huh? Food card? All right. All of a sudden, you want to take them off of Humana and put them on United for a fucking food card. That's it. Otherwise, the plan's the same. Now what? What are you supposed to do with that? How do you get somebody to go commit, to go change your plan, change everything that they do, everything that they're fucking used to, right, for a food card? What could be a benefit of it? Shannon.
The benefit of the food card is you get to spend less of your money out of your pocket, and the insurance company pays for your groceries.
Would it be enough of interest for me to go change? I need somebody to tell me this, right, with units of conviction. Because if you only have this one bullshit line that sounds like bullshit to me, right, how are you going to get that over to the consumer? So we go back to 2 meetings ago where we talk about tonality, right, and pressing upon your belief system. So now somebody pitch me that same line of hoopla, right, and get me to go switch from Humana to United for the food card. Somebody.
How do you pay for your groceries currently?
I don't.
Okay, who pays for them?
My husband.
Your husband pays for them. Okay, well, listen, obviously this program offers a grocery card of $250 a month. Wouldn't it be nice to know that your husband no longer has to pay for those groceries out of his own pocket? In fact, the insurance company would pay for them. That $250 that he spends every month on groceries, he can spend on taking you out to a nice dinner. Wouldn't that be nice?
Okay, I liked where you went back in at the end, right? But all you say is, your husband loves you, doesn't he? Yeah. You love your husband. But I'm sure you would love your husband to spend that money on you rather than just on the food. Am I right in saying that? Yeah. What I'm telling you right now would allow him to do that. It would allow you to bring other things into your life. You see, with an extra benefit, not only can you save money to bring those things into your life, but it gives you the opportunity. So I know many people like this, and you're like many of my other clients that were in the same position. And they took advantage of this. And what they're doing with their money is, some of them said, I can go take that vacation I always wanted. Because in retirement, Mrs. Jones, it's hard, isn't it? Yeah. Every cent counts. Every cent counts. But don't just make cents, make dollars. And making dollars out of that will give you a benefit with another carrier, give you the same level of benefits, but with a one-up. Take advantage of an opportunity for yourself and your husband right now. Because I'm damn sure your husband's gonna be happy when you tell him he's not gonna have to go to the grocery store and pay that bill anymore. We'll probably go to Home Depot, you never know, maybe we'll spend it on you, I'm hoping. I'm sure he does love you enough though. But more importantly, Mrs. Jones, wouldn't you rather keep the dollars in your pocket rather than somebody else's? So what is that called? And then what do you do at the end? Quick. How many tie downs did I put in there? Anybody pay attention?
Solve the problem.
What'd you say?
I saw about 4 or 5.
How many?
About 4 or 5.
About 4 or 5? You guys ever catch on to the way I speak that I put tie downs at the end of all my sentences?
Right,
Do you?
everything.
Pretty much. Why do I do that?
Keep us engaged.
Keep everybody
Okay.
paying attention.
So now, we just went to that phase which is called the what? You just said it 1,000 times. What phase is that?
Enroll.
Convincing them.
Engage.
Enroll.
Engage.
The tie down phase, guys. Which one?
Decision side.
Value.
Which one? Okay. Now we created value. What's the next one? Huh? Ownership. How do you give somebody ownership? What's the correct way of giving somebody ownership?
Put them in the
Tie it to
product.
their own personal life.
Huh?
You tie it to their own personal life.
I'll take it.
Mr. Jones, if
Say it.
You,
Say it.
you feel better knowing this is handled, correct?
Okay. How easy is that? So, Mrs. Jones, you're gonna feel much better, aren't you? Yeah. Knowing that the money's in your pocket, am I right? Rather than the insurance companies. We put that in there, didn't we? Matter of fact, I brought all of you guys to a close with all the different types of tie downs. But we didn't catch on to it because we were just listening to what? The units of conviction. So now I want you guys to understand in your pitch that you have to have this unit of conviction for yourself to make yourself believe that what you're saying is the truth, because it is. But you are such a Hollywood actor right now over the phone that you're speaking to 100 people a day, but you're doing different performances. Your performance has to be real. It has to make sense, and it has to fit within their lifestyle. But in order to do that, you have to not only tie them down, what's a tie down really for?
agreement framework.
Me. The tie down is for me. I need to convince myself as a salesperson, right, that I'm going the right way. Because if I'm not getting that yes, I need to do what?
Switch your pitch.
Pivot, very good. Switch my pitch. So a lot of people think that these micro commitments, right, are for the consumer. No, it's for you to go test if what you're saying is actually hitting home. But now, going back to that friend who's driving drunk, you need to go make sure, right, that it's a real commitment. It's not Sean fucking running out the fucking back and getting in there and fucking sneaking out. It's not Billy fucking drunk pitching you on fucking bullshit. You have to go get a real commitment, and in order to do that, you have to keep going on a certain point to get through 4 types of tie downs. The 4. You have to find a problem, you have to solve it, you have to get them to commit to it. What else? What else?
Get them to make a decision on the spot.
Thank you very much. Get them to make the decision. How do you do that?
Making the consumer understand the value of the product and how it'll genuinely help them.
Mike, if everything lines up with what you want and believe, wouldn't it make sense to just get it today?
Okay, I like that. How else? How else?
Now that we've taken care of that, isn't the real question, how do we get this started?
Okay, I like it. How else?
Now, Mr. Jones, now that we got this all finalized, when do you want this to start?
I like it. What else?
You said that this would solve your problem, so obviously there's no advantage in waiting, so why don't we go ahead and secure it now?
Beautiful. Mrs. Jones, you said that this would work for you. You said that this would solve the issue that you had. Am I right in saying that? You said that it would make sense to go save money on groceries. Am I right in saying that? Because I want it to come from you, not from me. I want you to make sure that this is gonna work for you. Yeah, no, that sounds great. Doesn't it though? Why do we have to do that? Why do you have to kind of summarize what you went over?
So they remember.
Huh?
It's bring it to the front of their mind.
Bring it to the front of their mind, okay? Huh?
They only remember the last 2 seconds of what you said.
They
Okay.
can't go back on the word.
Huh?
They can't go back on the word.
They can, but I like it. What else?
Make it urgent,
Huh?
make it urgent.
I like it. Create urgency. What else?
You're cornering them from when you were speaking to them.
In a sense, yeah?
To get understanding.
Huh?
Becomes real, you keep saying.
Thank you. Because you're trying to make something real. And it's not real unless you what?
Drive it home.
Repeat it. Drive it home. I like all those things.
Believe,
Huh?
make them believe in it.
Yeah. It's not real unless they believe it's real. That's why. Again, it's going to that conversation with your drunk friend that you're just going, yeah, okay, all right, dude, it'll be all right, let's get you home. It's not real until they go, no, man, I need to know from you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Does it make sense to you? Are you with me? Yeah, man, I'm fucking with you. Football team, yeah, let's fucking go out there. You have to go get somebody to commit to your belief system, your transference of emotion, and or the benefit that you're pitching. And the problem with a lot of you in here, when you first start, you let go on this benefit pitch. And anybody that knows me from the beginning of time, I say stop fucking pitching benefits. They aren't real, they are fake. None of you buy fucking benefits. Just like the food card, they're not really buying that. They're buying what?
You.
Buying the emotion that you tied to
Idea
it.
of the story that you said.
Say it again?
You're buying the emotion that you tied to it.
Yeah, they're buying the urban, not the lurban. See, logic, we would all drive Priuses, right? But our urban says, fuck no, I don't want that. You understand?
Yes.
We don't buy out of logic. We formulate decisions and emotional decisions out of the lurban, which is logical reasons to buy now. So that emotional attachment that we have inside of that benefit, it's gonna commit us to purchasing the rest of the product. Now, we're only gonna focus on that one thing that you told us to focus on though. You see, this TV behind me, I don't know if it's 4D, 5D, 3D, 2D, I don't know what the fuck D it is. I don't care what it is. What do you think I bought this for? Saba.
What you saw it for?
It looks nice.
What?
What you saw it for?
Huh?
It looks nice, it's cool.
Saba, you were with me when I did it. Why did I buy that?
On the front one, so it matches the back seat.
Thank you. That's it. That was my reason for buying that. I said, wow, those other ones look fucking stupid there. They're fucking way too tiny and doesn't match. I need to get two the same size. And that was my buying pattern. So why do people buy? Huh?
Emotion, whatever's tied to it. They all have their own reason. Their own-
Why do people buy?
Based on how things make them feel.
Thank you very much. For emotion, I made an emotional decision. And I spent a lot of money to go get this, and to go get this, so it matched this. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, fuck I did. How much money did I spend?
As much as you
Yeah.
needed to.
Say again?
As much as you needed to.
Thank you very much. You will spend whatever you have to for your emotion. So it doesn't matter if your product is expensive, it doesn't matter if it's fucking cheap. We buy for what reason? Emotional attachments, emotional reasons. Now, a TV salesman, if I walked into a store, what would they do?
Talk about the size of the screen.
We're gonna start talking about your benefits and expect, you have no idea what you're looking for.
Yeah. So what size you're looking for? I don't even know, sir. It's gotta match my other one at home. Yeah. And all of a sudden here, and you get into this long pitch, instead of him just going, what do you need it to be? What do you need it to look like? What do you imagine it to be? Which one do you like here? That's it. Why do we fail to do that with consumers? I need you guys to wake the fuck up.
Because we think that we need to explain to them all these things that ultimately they don't care about because we think that's why people buy.
Beautiful. Because we're selling them on what we expect them to buy for. All of you do. When you guys pitch your ACA over here, you guys fail to go upsell because you don't want to buy it. This is why I have some people that are top fidelity producers and some people that never